Bravo, bravo, bravo. Nice, nice. That's it, that's it. Oh, heck yeah. Nice work. Nice work. Come on. 2 meters. 1 meter. Down. That's it. Come on. man. That's it.
So hide your face in hatred's veil before you stab me in the back and drop a coffin nail. Fucking driving in. Negative objective with a cheating existence. Heart so cold, but you can't resist this. Life is fucked, hole so deep. Lost my soul, chained to a false belief, till the heavy black dirt
15 seconds.
covers me. Going down and down and down, but at least you're free. So hide your face in hatred's veil before you stab me in the back and drop the coffin nail.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, guys, solid training session today. Came in today with a plan. Ilya and Lily are in Germany. Congratulations to Ilya, placing second at the Megatron. It's a major contest in Germany against at least a few Strongman Champions League athletes. Second place. We'll get an interview with him as soon as he gets back with all the highlights. But I needed to come back in today. Most of my events I was working on today are, I've got a client coming in with, he's got some really interesting, neat events, and I wanted to try them, to be honest, and get a feel for how I need to program him, how he's going to feel after a training session, what's going to work, what's not going to work, and there were just a couple of things that I wanted to try just for my own. A couple of things we can go ahead and try while Ilya's not here, and then we're never going to do them again, because when he gets back, he's going to blow us out of the water. So today was our chance to do it, and then when he wants to try it, we say, no, 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 it's already done, you weren't here, you missed your chance. Began the day, I wanted to work on the frame with the sled behind me. I'm still very touchy with my bicep. It does feel so much better. It's feeling stronger. I'm doing curls almost every night. I'm trying to get blood in there, in the tendons, in the bicep, making sure it's going to function the way that it needs to function. But I just wanted to try the frame with the sled behind me. Shocked that it actually felt a little bit better than the yoke. So we're going to make some progress on that over the next 3 to 4 weeks. I think it's another great way that I can continue to work on building some leg strength, building some back strength, much needed calf and foot strength for me, without putting a ton of stress on my joints. I did use straps because I want to take the pressure off that bicep. I definitely need to get it to the point where I'm not using straps on that. So I'm going to play that by ear as needed every week. This was week 1, and we're going to continue to do this as long as we can, as long as it doesn't interfere with preparations for any other contest. We went forwards and backwards. If you watch me going backwards, me especially, I feel that I was walking like a penguin. I've got to work on my strides, my steps, my balance, and my coordination. I've got a plan, I've got stuff to work on. It would be absolutely terrible if 20 years into this I had nothing to work on. So it's a blessing to have something to work on, something to go home with every night and think about how am I going to get better at this, find something new to get better at this. So that's progress. Next event we did was, well, my client's got this crazy event coming up. It's a Husafell stone carry into the Denny Stones carry. So we didn't use the weights that he's going to use at the contest. We used basically his week 1 training weights. The thing is, I don't want him or any of my clients to have to do something that I've not done before. Because at the end of this week, he tells me, oh man, I had a terrible problem. The balance was off, the grip was off, the implement was off. This is really heavy, this was really light. I didn't recover from it. I want to have an answer. And with Costis here, I know Costis has a crazy grip. He's really hard-nosed. So if he has it, and Costis is 90 kilos or a little under, and if he has any issues, then I know everyone else is going to have serious issues because he's a hard-nosed, tough little guy. So we ran back and forth. We played with the medley part of it. We played with the individual parts of it, trying to get a feel of that. It's definitely an interesting event. Height is definitely a huge factor in that, both in hand size on the grip because we're using rolling handles, and when I picked it up, the implements are kind of out here. It's much easier to get a walking stride when you're taller. For him, the implements are still hitting the ground. The rolling handle is not great for smaller hands. We've got some things to work on. I think we can fix that though. And then him being a physiotherapist, he picked up little things that I'm doing with the Husafell stone, and maybe a reason why it's putting a lot of undue stress on my spine. So, if you saw at the end of the video, he came back and then tried to work with me a little bit on how I can basically shift the weight more to my hamstrings and not my spine. And my thought, if I can shift the weight to my hamstrings, then I need to get more relaxed hamstrings and stronger hamstrings, more functioning hamstrings. If the opposite side of that is the weight on my spine, that's just, the only way I'm going to get better at that is just to deal with the pain better. So, his goal was to get me to shift the pressure from my spine to really anything else. And it was really, really great. I'm going to continue, I'm hoping he can continue working with me on that and I can practice at home. I'll send him videos, whatever. And I can at least get to a more comfortable position on that. And here's the thing, if I can get into a more comfortable position on that, then who's to say I cannot get into a more comfortable position on Atlas stones as well? Use that same kind of principle to get stronger at everything. May not work, but it's positive thought. It's positive thought, and that's what we need. We talked about this several times today. We don't need perfection, we just need progress. Just need progress. We did the axle deadlift. My client has an axle deadlift, double overhand, 2-inch axle. So this was week 1 for us. My basic goal was to work up to something to where I said, yeah, I feel that, but I know that I've got 2 more lifts that I could take before it'd be max. Because next week I want to take a little more, and the week after that, a little more. Drop back down to a lighter weight for 3 10-second holds. I used a couple of different grips, trying to get a great feel. And then he went out and pulled out a full-on Zercher, and then kind of encouraged me to give it a whirl anyway. We discussed about how when I was his age, in my 20s, I used to laugh at people that did stuff like that. Now that I'm in my 40s and I can't do that stuff, it's actually a glaring sign of a weakness that I have. Because you should be able to do every movement there possibly is, even the ones that you laugh at. So he smoked me on the Zerchers with the same weight, but he picks up little things that I'm doing wrong that feels right to me. I don't recognize that I'm doing wrong. We work on that, we come back and make adjustments. So we worked on my stance a little bit, my bicep. The first one you saw, I grabbed right bicep under, left hand over, and I felt my bicep worked, not in a great way. The next one we worked on getting my left hand in first, right hand over, and it felt a little bit better. So if we're gonna do this for the next 2 or 3 weeks in a row, I'm gonna keep doing the Zercher with it because it's a position that my body is not good in. I don't have to go heavy, but I need to be able to get my body to function in that pattern. I think that was pretty much what we did. He's been cleaning inside, doing some masterful work inside the gym, it actually drives me crazy. But I've been telling him, hey, we're gonna do it, we're gonna clean it up, we're gonna try it for a few weeks, and if it makes me crazy in a month, then we'll change it. But right now, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. I'm gonna listen to other people as best as I can. And then I shot a nice little how-to video with the Crazy Super Yoke and why I'm using the sled and harness with it. So that's it, guys. I feel pretty good, especially considering how sick I've been for the last week and a half to 2 weeks. My body is starting to fill out a little bit. I've had 2 small meals today, which I've been averaging a meal or maybe 2 very tiny meals a day. And I'm actually getting hungry. So I'm gonna go home and get some food in. Will I do stones tomorrow night? I'm not for sure. I may go ahead and take another day's rest and enjoy it while I can. Come back on Wednesday for squats and deadlifts. And then we'll just see what happens later on in the week. So hope you guys enjoyed the training session. We definitely did. I got a lot out of it, and that's big. And I encourage you guys, especially when you're old and you got gray hair like me, if you're not gonna have the strongest day in the gym, learn something. Never leave the gym without learning something. Be a smarter athlete than a dumber athlete. Get out there and figure stuff out. That way when you go home, you can be happy about something. We're not gonna get stronger every week, but I guarantee you sure as heck can get smarter. So have a good one, guys. See you Monday or Wednesday.